everyone, I'm Jeshca.
I'm Diane.
And I'm Fabelyn.
Today, we're going to teach you how to use different collaborative whiteboards. Unfortunately, we can't include Jamboard in our videos since the Jamboard app has become view-only, which means that we can no longer create new or edit existing jams in any platform, including the web, iPhone, iPad, Android, and other Jamboard devices.
Also, after December 31, 2024, Jamboard will no longer be available across web, iOS, Android, and Google Meet devices.
So instead, we will introduce to you 3 different collaborative whiteboards, which are FigJam, LucidSpark, and Miro.
First is FigJam. To use FigJam, you can simply search it on the web, or you may download the app called Figma if you want to. Once opened, there are a lot of features to explore too. You can start by adding a title to your board. Let's say the title of my board is Learning with Jeshca. And of course, you can share the link to other people you want to collaborate with. Just press the share button on the upper right corner of the board. You can also add pages to your board. So when teaching, you can use multiple pages. Let's say you're teaching about noun and verbs. So the first page of the board can be about nouns and the second one is about verbs. Now, there's a marker so you can draw anything you want on the board. There are also highlighters and washi tapes that have different available patterns if you want your board to look more interactive. And of course, an eraser if you want to delete anything on the board. Aside from those, there's sticky notes so you can add it on the board and input whatever you want. It also comes with different colors so you can choose either pink, blue, or yellow. You can also use different shapes, wherein you can also input whatever you want inside the shape you've chosen. And if ever you don't like to use sticky notes or shapes in adding your inputs, you can just simply press this capital T button and add text. Next to it is another feature called section. You can use this to divide your board into 2 or into how many sections you want. There are also stamps, so if you're a teacher and you're using FigJam in teaching, and you want to compliment or reward your student for being able to input the correct answer, you can simply press the stamp button wherein you can use different kinds of stamps. There's +1, like, heart, and there are also different emoticons to use. You can also add different stickers, widgets, plugins, and templates. You can even use different mind maps if you want to brainstorm with other people. There's also a timer, so you can either use this timer to play interactive games with your students. Let's say the game is about verbs, so you add a text above instructing your students to input 3 different irregular verbs, and who gets to input correct answers first inside the sticky notes before the time ends will be given a stamp. Lastly, the best feature that I love the most in using FigJam is that you can play some refreshing music while using it. So that will be all for FigJam. I hope you learned something about it. Bye!
Second is LucidSpark. If you're looking for a useful and collaborative whiteboard site, you are not on the wrong track. You can download the app or search LucidSpark on Google or whatever search engine you're using. Upon opening the site, you should first log in. Then click +new on the upper left side, then click LucidSpark, and then choose the blank board. Upon opening the board, you can see many features that LucidSpark can offer. But first, you should add a title to your board to avoid confusion. Let's say that your title is English 8. On the upper right side of the board, you can see different features. If you're a teacher or if you want to share your board to others, you can share it to them. You can create and share videos of your screen if you want to explain something asynchronously. You can also create PowerPoint presentations and add comments about each other's works or share ideas. If you want some privacy on some things, you can set up the private mode. On the left side of the board, you can see another set of features that Lucid Spark offers. There are templates that you can use for various purposes. All you have to do is select what's best for the activity and modify it if needed. Next to it is the visual activities, which you can use as an icebreaker or if you want to have a fun and interactive activity with your students or peers. You can also import other materials that you wish to utilize, may it be images, PDF, document, a text file, links, and many more. Below, you can find the capital letter T, which indicates for text. With this, you can type what needs to be encoded during discussions. Next to it is the sticky notes, which comes with various colors that you can choose from. And then there's shapes and other different figures and different kinds of lines. If you want your board to be organized, you can utilize the frames to keep the order of the ideas and other things. You can also connect the frames to each other. Let's say that you're making a concept map or something. Aside from frames, you can also use the containers as a sectioning tool. Different kinds of table is also available on Lucid Spark depending on what kind of table you want. Images, GIFs, emojis, and different icons is also available for you to use. And of course, what is whiteboard if there is no marker? The marker comes with different colors. There's also magic shape, which convert things that you've drawn freehand into a perfectly drawn shape. Then there's a highlighter, an eraser for you to erase scribbles that you want to erase. With the advancements of technology today, AI tool is also available in Lucid Spark. You can put the idea that you wanted to explore about, and then AI will generate ideas for you instantly. For example, you want to have an idea about the adverbs, then voila, you now have 9 ideas about adverbs. On the lower right side of the board, you can see the table of contents for you to be able to locate different frames easily. Beside it is a mini-map wherein you can navigate your board and find what you need to find easily. Lastly, you can opt for the full screen mode if you want to have a clear sight of your board. That will be all for Lucid Spark. Thank you!
Third one is Miro. It's really a helpful tool for groups to collaborate and share ideas, no matter where they are. You can download the app or search Miro on Google. One of its main features is the online whiteboard, which lets you create a space to work on together. But first, let's put a title on the upper left to avoid confusion. And then, you can click the templates to help you get started, such as mind maps, project planning boards, and flowcharts. These templates are like pre-made setups, so you don't have to create everything from scratch. You just pick the template that fits what you're doing and it's ready to use. Next, you can add things like text boxes for longer notes, sticky notes for quick ideas, images to show examples, or drawings to explain things. Plus, you can add shapes and lines or even draw it to show how different ideas connect. You can also use highlighters or even smart drawing to make your work easier. One of the best parts about Miro is that several people can work on the board at the same time. This is really useful for brainstorming, as everyone can see what each person is adding or changing on the board. There's also a comment feature where you can leave notes or feedback on specific parts of the board. Another helpful feature is that you can invite others to join your board by sharing a link with them. They can see and even add to the board, even if they don't have a Miro account. This makes Miro a flexible and easy-to-use tool for working with others on any type of project, whether you are in the same room or not. That would be all for Miro. Thank you.
We hope our video is informative enough
For you to learn how to use collaborative whiteboards.
That would be all. Thank you!